Hey everyone, KitaSean here, so welcome back to another Fate Grand Order video. As everyone probably knows by now, Lostbelt chapter 6.5 news came out the other day, and it was insane. We know that the chapter will release early June 2022, but what got us really hyped was none other than the servants. Here are the servants that will be in Lostbelt chapter 6.5. Out of the 6 servants, we have confirmation that Constantine the 11th will be in the chapter. Friend or foe? We don't know yet, but looking back to the White Day event, he was on our side, so most likely friend. Constantine is also in armor or royal clothing maybe. For those who don't know, Constantine the 11th was the last emperor of Byzantine, thus the new drip. Now let's talk about the silhouette servants. There are a total of 5 silhouette servants, and 2 of them are very obvious, but the other 3 are servants we haven't seen before. The 2 obvious servants are none other than Roland and Charlemagne, so there is a really good chance the rest of the silhouette servants could be members of the paladins of Charlemagne, or at least related to them, but there's also a good chance that they could not be related whatsoever. But let's go ahead and talk about Roland first. So Roland is the leader of the paladins and the wielder of the holy sword Durandal, a sword given by Charlemagne. Outside of Type Moon lore, Roland is actually recognized as the most popular and re-owned of the paladins, but of course Astolfo took that title because, well, monster energy drinks and being a trap. But putting Astolfo aside, he is also known for falling in love with the queen named Angelica, but rejected him for being a soldier. Thus Roland went insane and was known for being nude. And then Astolfo comes in, dresses up as a girl, calms him down. Thus Astolfo is a trap. But man, Astolfo just keeps coming back. Do I like Astolfo? Nah, I can't be right. But these 2 are really close friends. Next is Charlemagne. We FGO players have been waiting for this ever since the release of Fate Extella Link. He has been a top 10 most wanted servant by players for at least 3 years now. The Holy Roman Emperor, King of Franks, and the leader and namesake of the 12 Paladins of Charlemagne. Or I guess you can say this version of Charlemagne doesn't think he is suited to be the Holy Roman Emperor or the King of Franks. For those who played Fate Extella Link know that there are 2 versions of Charlemagne. The Saber version, which is the one we're getting, and the ruler version who goes by Karl der Grobe. It will be very long if I talk about the history, but I'll make it very quick. So both Charlemagnes are the same heroic spirit and have the same Saint Graph, and the Saber version would normally never be summoned due to the real exploits of Karl, but it is said that the Saber version is the fantasy aspects of Charlemagne. Charlemagne is a very humble servant, so it's very hard to see him as a foe in the upcoming chapter. This is also actually one of the reasons why I believe Constantine might be a foe for the upcoming chapter, but again, it's just really hard to tell right now. There are probably questions on why both Charlemagne and Constantine are in the same chapter. Well, that's because Charlemagne does have history with Constantine. Charlemagne was seen as a successor to Constantine. Of course, I'm not sure if this is going to be part of the story, but thought I would, just throw that in there. I'm sure you guys have seen all kinds of translations of the chapter's title, but there is no official translation yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my personal translation: Death and Revelation Sanctum Trom, the illusion of life and death. There are many keywords in the title, but the one that catches everyone's attention is the word Traum, which is the German word for dream. We could be going into some kind of dream world which reflects on life and death. Again, we don't know yet, but that's a speculation right there. But why use German? Well, remember how I mentioned Karl der Grobe earlier? Germans refer Charlemagne by that name. If this is why the word Traum was used, then I believe there could be a chance that the ruler version could appear in this upcoming chapter as an enemy servant, or at least be mentioned. Another key word that caught my attention is the Japanese word Kengen Kai Iki. As you can see on your screen, we have the word that is from the title itself. It's in kanji, of course. The first kanji in this word, Ken, this kanji is the same kanji used in Kenbikyo, which means a microscope. If you guys remember, in the 2022 White Day event that happened earlier this year, we needed glasses in order to see the enemy. Thus, I believe this is a continuation from that White Day event. The epilogue of the White Day event seemed like there was more to it. So yeah, I do think this is connected in some way. So I think there might be a good chance we get to see servants that were part of the White Day event appear in the story, such as Merlin. Merlin does have a connection with Charlemagne, so remember that. I'm just going to leave it at that when it comes to the story because I don't want to go all over the place, but I have so many speculations and of course questions, and again, if I keep talking about it, this will be a very long video. But now let's guess who the other 3 silhouettes are. Let's start with the far right servant. Now, I know I said the possibility of these 3 servants could be members of the paladins of Charlemagne, but now that I think about it, it is possible that the servants could be non-members. Like many, I believe this servant right here could be Olga of Kiev, and the main reason is because of her pose, very similar to the historical artwork of her, as you can see in front of you, and to be honest, that's all I got. She does have direct connection with Constantine VII and of course Christianity, and Charlemagne has a huge connection with Christianity as well, so maybe that could be the reason why she was added to the story. Again, this is just a guess, but we'll just have to wait and see. Next is the servant next to Charlemagne. I believe this is a male servant and is part of the paladins. I believe this could either be Ronaldo, the brother of Bradamante, Oliver, or Archbishop Turpin. Of course, it could be any other member, but these are the 3 names that have been mentioned in Fate lore. Looking at the silhouette designs, it looks like a very noble-like pose, which all 3 of them fit the criteria, but I'm going to go ahead and take a wild guess and say Archbishop Turpin, who was the most noble out of the paladins. It's also possible it could be Bradamante's lover, Rogerio, but again, who knows. The last servant is most likely a female servant, and honestly I have no idea. It could be a gender bend, or maybe it could be Angelica, the queen I mentioned earlier when talking about Roland. That would be very interesting to see. But yeah, that's all I got for that last one. So yeah, there you go. That's my speculation on the servants and the story. Again, if I keep talking about the story, this is going to be a very, very long video, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep it at that. Comment down below and tell me who you guys think the other 3 silhouette servants are, and what do you guys think about the upcoming story. I'm very excited for it, cannot wait, and yeah, I'm just very excited for this upcoming chapter because you guys know that I've been wanting a chapter on the paladins for so long, so yeah, this is awesome. But yeah, that's going to be about it. Thanks for watching, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Laters!